What is going on, guys? Pdaaaawg here, and welcome to my Oscar predictions video for 2016 for the 88th Academy Awards. I did one of these last year. I did pretty good. I did alright. I guarantee you I'm not going to do as right this time because the list of nominees is a lot more difficult to predict this time around. So yeah, let's just get stuck right in. The nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay are The Big Short, Brooklyn, Carol, The Martian, and Room. All pretty decent scripts. I will admit that the Best Original Screenplay category is probably a lot more competitive than this one. Well, I think it's a lot more. I think the scripts there are a lot better, I think, than the scripts here. Regardless, I think it's probably going to be between The Big Short and Carol. Maybe Room as well. I think Brooklyn and The Martian are already out because, like, The Martian didn't have a very interesting screenplay, and Brooklyn, I mean, sure, got nominated for a few things, but it's not going to win anything, I don't think. So if I was to predict which one of those, I think just because of how many nominations it got, I'm leaning more towards The Big Short, but I really wouldn't be surprised if Carol or The Room won, especially I just said The Room. Can you imagine that? You're daring me a bad Lisa for them winning an Oscar. Oh. Next up is Best Original Screenplay, and we have Bridge of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, Spotlight, and Straight Outta Compton. Sorry, I mean, come on, you have to do it. I think a lot better scripts this time around. Bridge of Spies, no. I mean, the script wasn't great. As for the other four, though, very interesting picks. Haven't seen Straight Outta Compton, so I can't say about that. But the other three movies, very strong scripts for all of them. I appreciate Ex Machina getting a nod. Would have liked to have seen The Lobster get a nod, because that script was very insane. I had a lot of really interesting ideas and all going on for it, but I'm not surprised that it's not here. Inside Out, another flippin' Pixar circle jerk movie. I mean, the movie's good. I mean, it's alright, but like, I don't know, people like it a lot more than I do. Let's just put it that way. Nevertheless, I think that they're all going to get shut out by Spotlight. I think Spotlight is pretty much like the Birdman of this year, which was like, what was the big 2013? I know Gravity was the big 2012 one that just won everything. So I think Spotlight's probably going to be it for this Oscar season. I'm going to warn you right up front. Therefore, I think it's going to be a pretty easy win for Spotlight, I think, for Best Original Screenplay. So yeah, but yeah, all good movies, I think, all good scripts. Okay, and now we move on to Best Director, and we have Adam McKay for The Big Short, George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road, Alejandro González Iñárritu for The Revenant, Lenny Abramson for Room, and Tom McCarthy for Spotlight. Bit of a tougher category this time around. I mean, I will say shoutouts to George Miller for getting a nod for Mad Max, because, oh my goodness, was that film well directed. Oh my goodness. I will say, though, I'm not even sure if it's going to hurt him that much, but I do think Iñárritu is probably going to win for The Revenant. I'm looking at the other ones. In terms of, like, if you're talking, like, director, like, I know I made this argument in my 2015 video about, like, if you're looking at director, and I guessed correctly that time with Iñárritu. I think if you're looking for directing and all these, apart from Fury Road, which was a flippin' testament, The Revenant was as well, but I do think that the Academy probably likes Iñárritu more than Miller, and let's be honest, I mean, I appreciate Mad Max getting all the nominations, but it's not going to win anything big. It's probably going to win, like, you know, visual designs or whatever, but it's not going to win, like, Best Picture or whatever. Therefore, I think I know my predictions aren't going to be flipping as good as they were last year, but I'm saying it anyway. I'm going to say Iñárritu is going to win his second Oscar in a row for The Revenant, which I'm not sure if has that ever happened before? I think it has, but, like, last time was in, like, the 40s or something. Regardless, I think it's going to happen again, so there we are. And now we're going to move on to Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. We have Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight, Rooney Mara for Carol, Rachel McAdams for Spotlight, Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl, and Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs. I will say that Kate Winslet is like Oscar... What's the opposite of poison? Cure? That doesn't make any sense. Regardless, the Academy loves Kate Winslet, and so I wouldn't be surprised if she wins her second Oscar this time around. I'm looking at all the other ones. Shoutouts to Rooney Mara not being Best Lead Actress, even though she's like one half of that movie. Whatever. Alicia Vikander's had a really good year, so shoutouts to her for being nominated. Don't think she's going to win, though. As much as I don't think her performance was maybe the best out of all of these, I will say that I think my prediction is going to go Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs. That's what I think. Now we move on to Best Actor in a Supporting Role, and we have Christian Bale for The Big Short, Tom Hardy for The Revenant, Mark Ruffalo for Spotlight, Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies, and oh my goodness, Sylvester Stallone for Creed? Yep, that's right, Sylvester Stallone has a nomination. Flipping insane that he's actually there. Tom Hardy, again, has had a great year, a great couple of years actually. That guy can do no wrong. Nominated for The Revenant. Is this his first Academy Award nomination? I think it might be. Wow, well, shoutouts to him. So, first of many, I think. Whether he's going to win, I don't know. This is a pretty tough category because, like... Alright, let me eliminate some people. Christian Bale, I don't think is going to win. Mark Ruffalo, despite being nominated 29 times, isn't going to win again, I don't think. Tom Hardy, most likely not. I mean, I think this is his only nomination. Like, I don't think he was nominated for Golden Globe, or... He may have been nominated for a BAFTA, but I'm not too sure. I think it's down to Mark Rylance, or if you can believe it, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Mark Rylance, I mean, his performance was good, but like, and a lot of people are saying that like, oh, he's a big buzz for the Oscars, but like, he hasn't won anything yet. Sylvester Stallone has won pretty much everything so far. So, I'm almost leaning towards Sylvester Stallone for Creed, which is insane, because like, it's funny, by the way, I think you're noticing now, I'm not really talking much about the performance themselves, because more often than not, the Academy likes to work on, like, statistics and semantics, so I'm not really looking more like, oh, his performance in Creed was better than Mark Rylance's performance in Bridge of Spies. It's more just, like, looking at all the other awards and then seeing who the Academy favours. That was especially the case in the last one. So, I think looking at this, you know, I'm not sure if I want to pick it, though, because I already have my dream pick. I'm actually going for a prediction later on, you know, in a later category. And Sylvester Stallone's one of the ones where having him being an Academy Award winner would be insane. But you know, I'm gonna do it. I predict that Sylvester Stallone will win an Oscar for acting in 2016. My goodness. I'm gonna go flipping 0-8 this time around. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm putting it down there. Wouldn't be surprised if Mark Rylance won, and I'd applaud anyone else if they won, because they all did a good job. Alright, next we have Best Actress in a Leading Role, and we have Cate Blanchett for Carol, Brie Larson for Room, Jennifer Lawrence for Joy, Charlotte Rampling for 45 Years, and Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn. Shout out to Saoirse Ronan as well, because she's great. I don't know who Charlotte Rampling is, though. That's a funny thing. Like, 45 Years, I think that's a foreign film, maybe? Maybe I could be completely wrong, I don't flipping know. But obviously I haven't seen it, so damned if I know. Jennifer Lawrence, please no, because that girl doesn't need to be a 2-time Academy Award winner. Please. Originally, whenever I first saw these these nominations and like the Golden Globes and the BAFTAs, I was like, oh, Cate Blanchett, duh. Because like, again, much like Kate Winslet, the Academy loves Cate Blanchett. They just love Kate's, I think, in general. However, after seeing all the buzz that Brie Larson's been getting for Room, like after seeing how flippin' insane she's sweeping the awards, she's basically like the J.K. Simmons of this year, where she's just winning every award in her respective category. And so, like, because there's no real... I mean, Cate Blanchett is good competition, but as for the rest of them, I don't think they really stand much of a chance. So, I think it's a pretty easy one here. I think that if I was to have a lock, like one lock pick, I would say Brie Larson would probably win, for sure, for Room, for Best Actress in a Leading Role. And I like that because I like Brie Larson, because she is pretty to look at, and also she is not a bad actress herself. And I like her in her comedy, I like her in her drama, and I like her face. Okay, moving on. Well, I got really creepy, didn't it? Okay, sorry. Okay, next we have Best Actor in a Leading Role, and we have Bryan Cranston for Trumbo, Matt Damon for The Martian, Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant, Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, and Eddie Redmayne for Stephen Hawking's 2. Looking at these, again, pretty tough category. Matt Damon, I'm not sure if he deserves to be there with everyone else, because like his performance in The Martian was alright, but like he didn't show much depth or anything. I wouldn't look at that performance and be like, yo, that's a Best Acting Oscar right there. So I think it's between DiCaprio, Fassbender, and Redmayne. Because Redmayne won last year, I know I just said that against flippin' Inarritu and still made it my prediction. I think it's going to hurt Redmayne this time around, because he's doing Stephen Hawking's 2, he's doing another flippin' triumph, and I'm going to play the person who is involved in said triumph and, you know, cry and do all that stuff on command. So I don't think he's really going to win it. That leaves DiCaprio and Michael Fassbender, and it's funny because DiCaprio is winning everything. I mean, he deserves it because he's really good in The Revenant. I'm not gonna say, oh, he's not that good. No, he's really good in The Revenant. And Fassbender was good in Steve Jobs. I wouldn't say it's his best performance though. And so, oh my goodness. I initially thought, yeah, Fassbender's probably going to win it. Which, I mean, well deserved, because I think he's been nominated for like 5 times for like Oscars. They're not 5, maybe like 4, 3, something like that there. He's been nominated too many times without winning. However, if you want to talk about that, he's against the king of being nominated for Oscars and not winning. And I know I said it earlier with Sylvester Stallone. This is my dream pick. I think DiCaprio is going to do it. I'm actually going to predict that Leonardo DiCaprio will win an Oscar. How mad is that? We can then move on to Best Picture, and we have the list of nominees here, which are The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. First of all, I do want to say shoutouts to Mad Max Fury Road getting a nomination. Shoutouts to Carl for being snubbed. I put flipping Bridge of Spies and Brooklyn getting in somehow. That's really weird. So if I'm looking at this here list, a lot of them I could probably erase already. I think it's down to The Revenant or Spotlight, I think. I think it's between those two, honestly. It's like the race is between those two. All the other ones are probably going to win in like different categories. I know that The Martian and Mad Max are probably going to win for like visual effects, as will The Revenant, no doubt. It's just going to win everything. Some of them are going to, like Room's going to win Best Actress. Big Short's probably going to win Best Writing, or Best Adapted, sorry. And so I think that Revenant or Spotlight is going to win, like Best Picture in general. I think the Revenant is it's kind of similar to the Boyhood Birdman race of last year, ironically, which also has Iñárritu in it, where one of them is a spectacle to look at, whereas another one has a lot more heart to it, I suppose. I do think that Spotlight probably had a more important message, whereas The Revenant just flipping looked beautiful. I mean, that film was gorgeous looking. So, in terms of which one's going to win, because Iñárritu won last year, the Academy's not going to be like, oh, here, have another one. They'll probably give him director because he flipping went through hell to make that film. And so I do think, though, that in terms of like a general film itself, like including all other aspects of it, they're probably going to say, let's give it to, you know, the one that exposes Catholic priests, and then let's give it a Spotlight. So that's my prediction for Best Picture. I'm going to say Spotlight. So that's it for my Oscar predictions. Like last time, here's the list of all of my predictions right here. I'm not sure if I did that right, but hopefully I can fix it in post. So if you guys agree with my predictions or disagree, you can by all means comment at me, tell me I'm an idiot if I think that DiCaprio is going to win. The fact that I thought that Sylvester Stallone and DiCaprio were going to win in the same night is ludicrous. That's pretty much all there is to it. I will see you guys at the Oscars. Expect my Oscar reactions video once you find out that Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip wins Best Picture, and I'll tell you guys how upset I am about that. So my name's Pdaaaawg. Hope you guys enjoyed this Oscar predictions video, and I'll see you guys for the Oscar reactions on February 20, end of February / early March, I think. So around that time. I'll see you guys then for your Oscar reactions. See you then. Don't party too hard.